Hey, hello you guys, I am back for this really quick video, but I realized today that I am super young. Like literally, I'm a baby, you guys. So if you never watched my introduction video, which you should, I'll link it down below. As I said, I am about to be a sophomore in college and I'm only 18. If I wouldn't have got pushed up a grade, then right now I'd be getting ready to go to my freshman year in college. When I was applying for college and scholarships, it seemed so difficult sometimes, especially the scholarship side, because it seems as though nobody has the answer. Hey, what scholarship do I apply to? Huh? You get frustrated so fast, you guys, and then you apply to these sites like scholarships.com and you're just overwhelmed with all of this information and it's so hard to stay on top of it. Plus, being a senior in high school, still trying to live, still trying to have fun your last year. So I came to give you guys just a few tips and tricks as far as applying to college and then also applying for scholarships. The first tip, you guys, is so obvious. You have to start early. You have to. At the beginning of your senior year, the easiest thing to do is at least have a list of 3 to 5 colleges that you wouldn't mind attending. I say 3 to 5 because depending on your GPA, you might have to pay an application fee and you don't want to be spending $800, $900 to apply to schools. So if you have 3 to 5, then that kind of gives you a minimum amount of money to spend depending on how much the applications are. Majority of us end up getting fee waivers, so we don't really have to worry about it, but you definitely always want to start early and stay on top of your deadlines as far as application processes, rooming processes. So when you're applying for scholarships, people always say just apply to everything, but that gets really difficult and it gets really disorganized really fast. And I remember I was the type of student, I hated scholarships that had essays. Like if I saw I had an essay, I would literally exit out of it because who's not gonna write 10,000 papers for this money is me. And I know that sounds really lazy, but at the end of the day, it's like I already have homework, especially if you're taking AP classes or something. I already have homework and this, that, and the other. Like I don't have time to be writing all these papers. So the second tip that I have for you guys is start small and then expand. So the first scholarships that you should apply to are the ones for the universities that you're trying to attend. Majority of universities provide a scholarship for freshmen, whether it pays for your room, whether it pays for your books, whether it pays for the whole year if your GPA is high enough. And since that's with the university that you're trying to attend, it's going to be the easiest for you to keep tabs on and make sure that you're on top of. Then the easiest scholarships to apply to are the ones in your community. Usually churches, I know Chase Bank and majority of banks offer scholarships throughout the year that are small, like 500 or 600, but that adds up. What I learned from my experience is that the best way to find scholarships is to ask somebody who's already been in your position. But ask somebody who attends a university that you want to go to. You can easily find them on Twitter with the hashtag of your university. Ask someone who has that major, you know, what scholarships did you apply for your freshman year? What scholarships are good? And the reason that's a really good idea is if an organization gave money to me and I go to that school, have a 4.0 and, you know, they take pictures of me, put me on the website. You're a student and you're about to be launched into my same position because I did such a great job. That's going to motivate them to maybe choose you over somebody else. Now, of course, if you're a black kid, then the main scholarships that you should always apply to are the Tom Joyner scholarships and like the HBCU scholarships because they are really big. Because they're such well-known scholarships, they're blasted all over the place. So because you're going to constantly be seeing it on Instagram and Twitter, it's going to be easier for you to remember the dates and when you need to apply for things. Something that I can't skip, you guys, is if you're going to college and you're a senior in high school, you have to apply for FAFSA as soon as the application drops. It drops on January 1st if you didn't know. And as soon as that application comes out, you need to be filling it out with your parent. The quicker you fill out the application, the quicker you get your money and the quicker you can see how much you need to raise. Also, typically, the earlier you apply for FAFSA, the more money that you get. If you wait really late or past the initial deadline, then you're not going to have that much money because they've already given majority of it out to the people who applied first. Sally Mae don't play. It's first come, first serve. They don't have time to be waiting on you. Trying to give you money, you need to be ready to receive it. Now, if you're gonna try to apply to scholarships with essays, and there are typically 3 to 4 topics that most essays ask: your background story, why you want to go to college, how do you think that college is gonna mold you into a better leader, or what leadership experience do you have, why do you want this scholarship, and talk about an event in your life that forever changed you. So because these prompts are typical in most applications, I would suggest maybe in the summertime before your senior year, if you're going to be applying to a lot of essay scholarships, to create some generic drafts of that essay. That way you can get through them quicker, because if you have to write 500 words for every essay, you're going to get so overwhelmed and so tired of it that you're not going to want to do it anymore. Applying for college and scholarships can be really simple as long as you're staying focused on the goal. Don't focus too much on applying to a whole bunch of big ones or avoiding a lot of smaller scholarships, because at the end of the day, whether you get 10 $5,000 scholarships or one $50,000 scholarships, it's all the same amount of money, and we need money. I know if I had to redo it all again, I probably would apply to a lot more things if I would have known the things that I'm telling you guys, but I just want to see you guys all be successful. So hopefully you take this into consideration, and I hope you get into whatever university that you guys are striving for. I'll see you on the next video, you guys.